Yo, what's up mga ka-Chewsmax, no? Panibagong araw, panibagong vlog, no? Eto, tara, kung handa na kayo mga ka-Chewsmax. Tara, samahan nyo ako, no? Let's do this, let's go.
Blockchains are incredibly popular nowadays. But what is a blockchain? How do they work? What problems do they solve? And how can they be used? Like the name indicates, a blockchain is a chain of blocks that contains information. This technique was originally described in 1991 by a group of researchers and was originally intended to timestamp digital documents so that it's not possible to backdate them or to tamper with them, almost like a notary. However, it went by mostly unused until it was adapted by Satoshi Nakamoto in 2009 to create the digital cryptocurrency Bitcoin. Now, a blockchain is a distributed ledger that is completely open to anyone. They have an interesting property. Once some data has been recorded inside a blockchain, it becomes very difficult to change it. So how does that work? Well, let's take a closer look at a block. Each block contains some data, the hash of the block, and the hash of the previous block. The data that is stored inside a block depends on the type of blockchain. The Bitcoin blockchain, for example, stores the details about a transaction in here, such as the sender, receiver, and the amount of coins. A block also has a hash. You can compare a hash to a fingerprint. It identifies a block and all of its contents, and it's always unique, just as a fingerprint. Once a block is created, its hash is being calculated. Changing something inside the block will cause the hash to change. So in other words, hashes are very useful when you want to detect changes to blocks. If the fingerprint of a block changes, it no longer is the same block. The third element inside each block is the hash of the previous block. And this effectively creates a chain of blocks, and it's this technique that makes a blockchain so secure. Let's take an example. Here we have a chain of 3 blocks. As you can see, each block has a hash and the hash of the previous block. So block number 3 points to block number 2, and number 2 points to number 1. Now the first block is a bit special. It cannot point to previous blocks because, well, it's the first one. We call this block the Genesis block. Now, let's say that you tamper with the second block. This causes the hash of the block to change as well. In turn, that will make block 3 and all following blocks invalid because they no longer store a valid hash of the previous block. So changing a single block will make all following blocks invalid. But using hashes is not enough to prevent tampering. Computers these days are very fast and can calculate hundreds of thousands of hashes per second. You could effectively tamper with a block and recalculate all the hashes of other blocks to make your blockchain valid again. So to mitigate this, blockchains have something that is called proof of work. It's a mechanism that slows down the creation of new blocks. In Bitcoin's case, it takes about 10 minutes to calculate the required proof of work and add a new block to the chain. This mechanism makes it very hard to tamper with the blocks because if you tamper with one block, you'll need to recalculate the proof of work for all the following blocks. So the security of a blockchain comes from its creative use of hashing and the proof of work mechanism. But there is one more way that blockchains secure themselves, and that is by being distributed. Instead of using a central entity to manage the chain, blockchains use a peer-to-peer network and everyone is allowed to join. When someone joins this network, he gets a full copy of the blockchain. The node can use this to verify that everything is still in order. Now, let's see what happens when someone creates a new block. That block is sent to everyone on the network. Each node then verifies the block to make sure that it hasn't been tampered with. And if everything checks out, each node adds this block to their own blockchain. All the nodes in this network create consensus. They agree about what blocks are valid and which aren't. Blocks that are tampered with will be rejected by other nodes in the network. So to successfully tamper with a blockchain, you'll need to tamper with all the blocks on the chain, redo the proof of work for each block, and take control of more than 50% of the peer-to-peer network. Only then will your tampered block become accepted by everyone else. So this is almost impossible to do. Blockchains are also constantly evolving. One of the most recent developments is the creation of smart contracts. These contracts are simple programs that are stored on the blockchain and can be used to automatically exchange coins based on certain conditions. More on smart contracts in a later video. The creation of blockchain technology piqued a lot of people's interest. Soon others realized that this technology could be used for other things, like storing medical records, creating a digital notary, or even collecting taxes. So now you know what a blockchain is, how it works on a basic level, and what problems it solves.
So yan, no, mga ka-Chismax, no, I hope you completely understand, no, the technology, no. Ito yung makanibagong technology na kailangan natin i-adapt, no, mga guys, mga ka-Chismax, no. Kailangan natin mag-adapt dito, no. Hindi ko sinasabi na pasukin nyo kagad, no. Mag due diligence kayo, make a research study on this, no, about this technology, no, tinatawag na blockchain, no. Ang blockchain, ito very transparent and security. Bakit? Kung meron kang halimbawa, no, ang blockchain literal na tinatawag na block. Yung block na to punong-puno ng mga nakapaloob yung mga transaction information, no, doon sa loob ng box, no, sa loob ng block, no. So andun tinatawag na ano yung mga transaction na yun. Halimbawa crypto, may bumili ka ng crypto, no, andun yung oras mismo, yung tinatawag na timestamp, no, o yung transaction, kung anong araw yan, kung anong oras, nandun yan. Therefore, yung ginawa mo ng pagbili ng crypto na yun, halimbawa lang to, itong blockchain na technology, no, halimbawa, bumili ka, yan, pagbili mo noon, andun naka-record yun, para siyang digital ledger. Sa bangko, di ba? Halimbawa sa bangko, pag nag-deposit ako ng pera at nag-withdraw ko ng pera, nandun excuse me, meron transaction na nabuo sa bangko, di ba? Same thing with the blockchain technology. Sa isang bloke, meron tumatrabaho. Kaya lang, ang pagkakaiba nito sa bangko, may middleman, which is the bank. Okay? Sa blockchain technology, wala. So, maaaring sabihin mo, meron pa rin kasi may tumatrabaho. Wala. Dahil ang tumatrabaho po dito, computers, no? So sa isang bloke na to, maraming naka-network na mga computers dyan, guys, no? Let's say network, no? Marami ang buong mundo, no? So therefore, sasabihin mo ba na pwede may mandaya? Walang dagyaan to. Dahil bakit? Public transparency to. Nakikita doon sa computer, no? Hindi lang ako, buong mundo, no, nakasama dyan sa network na yan. Halimbawa sa blockchain technology na yan. So ano ang sinasabi ko dito? Yung security and transparency dito sa blockchain technology, yung transaction ay secured, no? Walang dayang mangyayari. Bakit? Kasi the moment na may gumawa na isang computer dyan, sipa ka, diba? Dahil hindi lang ako may hawak, public trust yan. Ika nga yan, digital ledger na yan. So ganon yung comparison ng blockchain technology. Therefore, yung blockchain na yan, napupuno yan, guys, yung block na yan, sa isang transaction. punong-puno ng transaction niya. Pag napuno na naman yung block na yan, gagawa uli ng panibago. Kaya tinawag na blockchain technology. No, chain reaction na siya ng 5 blocks. Makikita mo na yan. Pag puno na yung isang block uli, o gawa uli ng panibagong block. So yun, no? So ano yung sinasabi ko dito? May iwasan yung corruption dyan. Pandadaya. Bakit? Kasi huli, kita ka eh. Sa computer, no? Computer po ang tumatrabaho dito. So ano yung sinasabi ko dito? Papasok dito yung decentralization. No? Wala nang middleman. So ang ganda na itong technology na ito, ginawa to para public security, public trust. No? Digital ledger kumbaga. No, halimbawa ako, may asset ako. No? Pwede ko ipasok dyan sa blockchain technology na yan. Bakit? Kasi secured. No? Halimbawa, may proyekto ako. O pwede ipasok dyan sa blockchain technology. So lahat ng transaction, lahat ng industry pwede gamitin tong blockchain technology, guys. No? So hindi ko sinasabi na pumasok agad kayo dito. No? Make your own due diligence. No? Pag-aralan nyo, make research on this. Then pag nakita nyo na maganda, maganda to, klaro, no? Mas transparent ang transaction. O, pumasok na kayo kapag natutunan nyo na to, no? Pero ako mismo, kailangan matutunan natin pag-aralan maigi bago kayo pumasok sa isang bagay. So yun lang, no, guys, no? Kaya ako sinishare tong blockchain technology kasi doon na tayo papunta eh. This is the trend, no? So makikita mo buong mundo, no, gagamitin to, guys. Even bangko, government. Yung transaction dito, bakit? Rekta eh. Walang middleman. Even the government, hindi niya kayang pasukin yan. Bakit? Kasi nga, computer ang tatrabaho. Makikita doon buong computer doon sa network. Kung sino maglolo ko dyan, no, may dayaan na mangyayari. Diba? So, ano sa tingin nyo, guys, no? Ito lang masasabi ko, pag-aralan nyo bago kayo pumasok dito, no? Sa technology na to, which is the blockchain. So, yun lang, guys, no? Eh, sinishare ko lang to kasi syempre, di ba? Makatulong sa inyo yung mga bago pa lang dyan dahil napakalaking industry na ito, guys, no? Bagong teknolohiya na gagamitin natin in the near future. Up to now, from the near future, gagamitin pa, mas lalago pa tong technology na to, no? So yun lang masasabi ko, guys, no? Comment down below. Muli po, ito po si Cesar Castillo Jr. Nagsabing tirahin mo na yan. At baka tirahin pa rin ba until next time. Peace. Cheers, Max. With the Pax. Peace out.